You know what that means? It means melee base. Let's get it going. It's game number 5. We will find out in just a few moments where that circle is going to be going. And a big thank you to Intel joining us here. It's all about the cash money, baby, here at the PGI.S as we give it out, and whoever gets the most becomes the champion. Pansy, Hypox, bring us the final game.
We'll do our very best for you, James, and all of you playing along at home. If you're just tuning in now, as you see the plane take to the sky, this is, of course, the PGI.S presented by Intel, where the gaming happens. We're starting out over Lipovka, and we're heading right across the melee base. I mean, they asked for it. That plane path kind of says it could be a thing. Who knows?
I mean, this stinks of Milta Power or Melee Circle, but I want to see it now.
But it could go mansion.
Just round out the day. Come on.
Come on, give us something good. We'll see if there's any hot drops. We'll keep our eyes on it. Of course, that is our first port of call. But again, we've been treated some great circles, dude. I am loving it so far.
Oh, that's an interesting Sosnovka split here. Actually, Liquid looking like they're going to try and take the West. Again, this is the second time in 3 games Oath have had to share Sosnovka. Mexi actually coming pretty far over towards melee base actual, so that's going to be tricky actually if the Oath can isolate him there and pick up that kill early on. Again, Liquid, I don't want to say haven't had the best day other than that game on Erangel again, which kind of slipped through their fingers to the Freaks. Really, this is a team that we know that they need to start in terms of game by game. Playing from 3 is never easy.
Okay, hold on. Let's talk options now. So you've got a bit of water on the left, bit of water on the right. You've got Stalber up top and Milta down below. Now, slap bang in the middle of that, you'd have Mansion. Now, I will always love Mansion. I don't think I've ever cast an actual ending on Mansion itself, to be fair. Pew's already on the ground. He's got the gun out. He's ready to go. Ibby and Jeems, they're just driving past. Does he pull the trigger? Kleb's out on foot as well. He's seen him. Oh, they are none the wiser. Oh, what a shocker this is going to be. Tap, tap, tap. He gets him too. Kleb knocked out. Jeems tries to reply the slow drive-by. Not as stylish as Fuzzface, but we do at least have a bit of a trade. But by now, Lockie's gotten involved as well. Liquid, this could be a quick departure.
Yeah, Ibby's actually pinned down the open. He's got to stick that first aid right now. A nade sent out. Not going to get anywhere close. Does have a UAZ and a rock for a little bit of cover, but
so pinched.
Well, actually, Ibby gets to confirm onto Pia. That's pretty huge, and Mexi will find Esther. So Liquid actually turning this one round on his head. Both sides taking casualties here.
I don't see any flushes yet either. That's a wild part. Mexi's angle's pretty good, but it's... You can see he's on a spin, but he's got the flush. Okay, Clips on Locky as well. Liquid have done really well to keep this somewhat viable, and they could potentially get 4 up. Unless someone gets a flush, you can see Anonix is going for that, trying to be, the last-ditch attempt. Ibby just going to try and maybe tuck behind the tree, but I think he's kind of done for. The nade's going to come out. I don't think he can survive this. Oath having their own problems in the back lines. Tags everywhere, 23 HP. He's surely going to be dead. He is. Liquid survive and completely fall back up here. That's huge.
Wait, what? FaZe just got crashed on by Oath there. It's both teams taking casualty. Attack all around, actually getting the third party onto this. Pack Caps will get knocked at distance.
Yeah, at this point, it's a send from Sonics as well.
Sending it.
Oh, I don't know if I love this. Sonics, this is a rough pull-up. They have 1 compound to work with, and 4M's position. Oh my god, that molly coming back through. How? The bombardment. Sonics are lucky to be alive. They're just piling in together, praying for safety. They need... Oh, the nade crazy! You don't get away from that. You do not get away from that. 4AM going in for the kill, it looks like, as well. H-Win before, though, clutched out. Baloo is just littering the floor with Molotovs. You can't save him, H-Win. You gotta let him burn. You gotta leave him alone. H-Win somewhere in between the 2 now as they do go down. Brilliant hold from 4AM. How brutal is that?
H-Win has no choice but to just ride this out now. The last man standing. The Sonics trying to regroup. But I want to see them get proactive now. They can't stay out there.
Oh my god, VP. The roadblock's there for a reason, boys. You don't get to just turn up and take it. Balefrost is fine. As his Pack Caps, got to be a little careful on the vehicles, but they can get in and get to cover. Finally, they pull up towards this roadblock. They're actually using this as a position. This is really sketchy. That's very visible. Yeah, Rello instantly plucked out by the SLR. That is... I mean, if the South was safe, then fine as a last-ditch attempt. I don't know if I like this rotation. Let's see if they can fortify it well enough. But look at this vision. Everyone just leering in.
Again, not a lot of options for them. It looks like they're going to try and wrap south. There is some space in the field, but whether or not there's a playable spot for a team, I don't think it's feasible. Infantry are spread here as well. Look, Yao Yang's position. We have to punish this rotation even further.
Wow. That spray was phenomenal. Now, this is the problem. If you get past infantry, which they're not really letting you past, you have FaZe waiting happily on the other side with some very softened targets coming their way. So what a deadly duo that is. FaZe and infantry just locking out the south. That's their own. Na'Vi would have to really hit the deck, but Furia, where do they go? Sending it full in towards the north side of Yasnaya for now. That has been somewhat evacuated. Most of the teams that were there have headed to the south side, trying to avoid that maybe very, very deadly road cross that could come in later game. But we are seeing Oath with a bit of pressure now. We were worried about that position, and that's as to why it's a little rough around the edges. And it's Balefrost right now still alive, but Zinan tries to overpush, overaggress. Infantry again, keeping everyone humble. Only 1 kill though. Now 2.
Now 3. I think actually, H-Wind strikes onto Crazy, yeah. DK trying to shut down this rotation from K7. We get 1 out. H-Wind's actually going to get the confirm as well, so... Still putting in work. The last man standing for Sonics. Don't write him off just yet, I guess.
If he can weasel around well enough, go for it. There goes K7, found by Furia. Okay, we've got... I get, would you call that like a 70-30, 60-40 field to city ratio? Now, for someone like AAA, this is glorious. If it goes to the fields. For all those in the city, it's about to get busy. 4 a.m., they've thought they were safe, but they're being watched on all fronts. You have a man behind enemy lines, which is H-Win, and now you've got the rest of North America. They're here to make a statement. They're at the door, and Uncivil just backhands God V, and now 4 a.m. are looking worried. They're having to get the reses. They're now down. A bad way, and look at this guy clearing through. He's just taking his time, but maybe shoot to kill are going to ruin this for him. He was taking revenge. That nade, so close.
SDK going to try and brute force their way in here. You can see them stacked up, ready to clear through, but we've already got the numbers advantage on 4 a.m. Lou and Godv have it all to do here to defend this position. SDK getting closer and closer. Alo takes a lot of damage on the way in now. Luke's got right the way up onto the building. He will find the first. Lou will fall.
Okay, 4 a.m. just Godv now. Getting breached, the Feetsies show, the Tootsies underneath, but he's good for 1. He's got the flush on that too. They go 1 by 1, they're gonna fall 1 by 1. Don't make a mess of this, SDK. Godv is just throwing bullets at him. That rate of fire is rough. And H-Win tries to make the run. He's still alive. Kurt's found him, at least on the cross for now. Nade comes in. Is there another victim? You gotta back away from that. You don't want to get that damage on Civil. Puts himself in jail after this one. And now we are going to see H-Win gone. That is Sonic's now down in 13th.
Oh no!
Godv is doing damage to them. The one-man stand. Shoot to kill or fall into pieces. It's these two feeling irrelevant. Trying to bait the noise. He's not having it. He's having none of what they're trying to sell.
Well, he's going to opt to try and tank some fall damage here. It's a long way down.
Into the bin, into the bin, into the bin. Ooh, he's good. He's good. Now, if you put down the smoke, his cover is dropped. But he just put a smoke down. I don't know how much they've heard of this. They might be slightly aware. They're not aware at all. And again, Godv is running rings around them. You're down to just Luke 12. What a tragedy in the making. Kill underestimates 1 angry man. And look what happens. The blue might be his grave, but he has done damage to North America here. Luke 12 can only watch as this all falls to pieces. And they underestimated the 1 man. And you can never underestimate Godv.
He's actually going to get the first Avos as well. So Luke going to be on the back foot here in terms of damage from the blue. The 1v1 comes out. And actually, Godv is going to do it. He's got all 4 kills onto SDK. Oh, my word.
Incredible.
He will die a warrior's death.
Absolute hero for Godv there. I don't care that he died to the blue. Oh. Nice, is it right now? And here we go, back into the city fights. TSM in the building, and Necro comes a knocking. The Avon lady looking a little bit more deadly these days. Clearing through Miraku, and Iroh's there as well. He's all on his lonesome. He's got Liquid on one side. and a couple of very spicy Brazilians on the other. Nades and here and there. Oath has gone down. That's a very precarious position they found themselves in. The problem for Furia, though, Hypok, is that this area, they have to still move through it.
They do, yeah. They're not safe for another kind of 50 meters or so. And Liquid, the team has said, are going to be the ones to benefit from the remnants of this fight. They're getting a little bit of pressure from Iroh, actually. Looks like Clip's going to try and clear him out with a nade, but Iroh might actually be able to slip away there and break line of sight. Oh no, Ibby found him.
There's hope! Oh
Scrap
no,
that.
there it goes.
There's hope. No, there isn't.
Liquid, the destroyers of hope right now. Let's see if they can keep out Furia too, though. Mexi trying to play on the wide angle. I quite like that. Joining Jeems, these nades, they were good before. They need them again, but they're going to leave the push towards Ibby a little light. Let's see if they can catch it. Lovely work. Combination. Raspu, the molly to follow. Jeems on the flush. Great combination, but Necro still refusing to die. Quick trade comes out, though. Clib showing up today. There's the spray. That's good damage. Just these Aero fancies to go at this as well. That's dangerous. That gun gives away the game. And Clib don't need no help. This man can hold this just fine. And kill Demo. I don't think survival's an option anymore.
I think he might get that first aid off, but again, his time is limited. He needs to try and make a play here if he wants to try and salvage anything, but looks like he's just trying to med it out, maybe try and get an extra placement point out of the situation. Now, Freaka Freaks looking over this way. Obviously, Liquid did lose Mexi in the fray, but he will find safety just on the edge here. Look how wide open this is. And oh my god, the circle actually pulls back. It's now FaZe and AAA. They have to make moves north now.
Now, I don't know what vehicles they still have. There goes Kill Demo. He was trying to heal it out in the blue, but it's hard now.
But the problem being, like you said, those sight lines from the apartments, the later it gets, the worse it gets.
Cad waiting this out. He knows there's players around. AAA have made their way forward. They're rolling towards Team Liquid, and they're not happy with that. This is their stronghold. They don't want any company. Not today, thank you. Maybe going to put down one, but there's still players out there. Jay is using that car for cover and a couple of smokes here and there, but that's all he's got to hold on to.
The apartments are going to be in Phase 8. This is absolute madness. I mean, the biggest problem now is Afrika Freaks running out of ammo, to be honest with you. You see a Cad still conscious of a push coming out from TSG. Liquid's position is still good. They're going to have the wall to play as well. FaZe, on the other hand, again, pulling up to this spot with the vehicles now. The vehicles are taking too much damage. That's no longer an option. No smokes on the side of Uber. I'm not sure how it looks for the rest of the members of FaZe, but Fuzzface actually going to find a knock across the field. But it's not really an opening created whatsoever. Ibby steals it away as well.
Yeah, it's hard to do anything off that. You can't like springboard so well. And I wonder for Freaka Freaks how they get out of this, because they are going to have Triumph kind of trying to live right below them, which is a problem because then they can't leave these buildings. It gets really tricky. And obviously this isn't where the circle's going to end. When it centers up, they're kind of having to leave this at some point, right? Like, I don't know. Again, this is where it gets tricky is how they leave and what utility they have left. AAA go down, a good attempt. They made it to top 5, but no further. We're down to the last 4 teams here.
It looks like actually Afrika Freaks are going to leave one member up on the rooftop. Ibby's going to find Fuzzface now, and this is going to be painful to watch for FaZe. Honestly, Uber trying to make the cross to him. Ibby will find the second as well. So actually, Cad, he's going to pick up that steal onto Uber. Again, his time is numbered a little bit here. Oh my god, they're trying to send nades up to him.
Yeah, the vert nades coming out. I mean, this is why I worry a bit more for Afrika Freaks here than Liquid. Now, if Liquid make overzealous moves, they'll be spotted, because you're right, there's still a player on that roof. That's going to be the central point. But Afrika Freaks, if they try and leave, Triumph are going to find them. So, Jeems, this is brave. That's a little bold for Mighty. Yeah, he just gets punished. Players on the roof, players in the windows, they're not letting that go for free. Another nade gets sent to the roof, doesn't quite find the target. A little underhand back, but pings off the wall. That could have been so dangerous.
The TSG, though, in trouble. The second nade is fantastic. Peng will fall from that one. Trade. Hikari, though, actually, yeah, Clip's aggressing onto it. Akad will finally shut that down. It looks like Ibby's trying to reset and get the res onto James. James is back on his feet. This is huge.
This is a 2v2v2. This is still fair across the board. Hikari's still knocked, and Triumph are holding this edge here. Oh my god, Liquid have so little to work with as well, just in the open on the field. They have the center point, though. They can make the best case for this. A Freak of Freaks, if they want another win, they're gonna have to make this one count. Jeem says no. A cat goes down, and now their problems start to really compress. The underhand, the flash, he can leap over, he goes over, they are completely blind, but the turn comes around! Volibear saves the day, but while this happens, Jeems is getting involved. This is looking like a Liquid win with 15 kills. This should bump them to the top. This is wild work. But still, a 2v1 in Hikari. Are they getting flashbacks? Are they being reminded of the mistakes they made in the past? Peering through the smoke, Hikari tries to find one. He doesn't get it this time. Jeems now moves up, finds a new angle to play with, pins him in the blue even further. The spray's there, and Liquid with the win. They finally right those wrongs from before. A huge victory for the European Giants.
All my life I want money and power, respect my mind, no die from last shot. I pray my dick get big as the Eiffel Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn, I feel amazing.